Hello and welcome. So, the title of today's live, Why What You Desire, is literally unimaginable. So, I'm going to talk about this. I was reminded of an old story that I had heard years ago. And I was talking with a friend and a mentor just a couple of hours ago about this story. So, I'm going to share it because it will literally, for me, it was such a pivotal moment in my life when I understood that my perception, the way that I see life, is literally through only my lens. And I think that we all get that from a very logical, well, of course, right? I used to say there's three sides to every story. There's my side, there's their side, and then there's the truth. But what if the truth isn't even the truth? What if that third perception is also the perception of the observer? And yeah, I'm going to talk about why what you desire is literally unimaginable from a very scientific psychology kind of background. But then also, of course, calling in the spirituality, the energetics behind it as well. I am getting ready to start teaching my Mastering the Brain game next Tuesday on it's May, May 3rd of 2022. We begin, and it's a 10-week series where I take you through literally wherever you're at right now into what you desire, letting that come into fruition, letting that come into reality. And so I mention that here because it falls in line with what I'm talking about today. Why what you desire is literally unimaginable to your brain. There is an India Arie lyric in her song, God is Real. And God to me is source energy, it's the universe. I don't identify necessarily as speaking about God or as a Christian, but I do believe in a higher power. I do believe in the universal law of one, that we all are interconnected. This is Einstein's theory. I believe in a source energy. I believe in the universe. I believe in the one with the all. I believe in Jesus, right? I believe in it all. And so in her song, God is Real, there's a lyric that says, bigger than the eyes can see, greater than the mind can conceive. I'm trying to remember exactly. It's bigger than the eye can see, greater than the mind can conceive. And it really is this story that I'm going to share. So if you are interested in starting Mastering the Brain Game and you just want to fast forward to the end here and you don't have much time, I'll include my link down at the bottom that you can sign up for and Mastering the Brain Game and get started with me next Tuesday to completely be able to see how your desires can come into reality. So, okay, here's the story. So, and I don't even know where this story started. I've heard it from a couple different places and spaces. But the story goes that when Christopher Columbus landed on one of the islands, the natives there were startled, amongst other reasons, right? But they were startled because they didn't know where him or his people that were on the ship with him appeared from. All of a sudden, it was as if he were Jesus walking on water and coming up onto the land. And if you're joining me live, I'd love to know who you are, of course, always, and send you out some love, or on the replay as well. So you can imagine these natives. Let me go back to the story. You can imagine these natives on the island watching, right, these white men walk up onto their shore, not knowing where they came from. It literally looked as if they were appearing out of the water and walking up onto the island. And it was only after Columbus and the language barrier was broken down enough that they could communicate with one another that Columbus, he would point back to the ships, right? Like, this is where we came. We didn't walk on water. We came off of these ships. These ships carried us across the water. The fascinating thing here is, as Columbus and his crew was pointing out to the water, there's our ships. This is what we came on. We rode in on these ships, right? The natives could not physically see the ships. They could not see it. Literally, it was bigger than their eyes and their mind could conceive. Why? Because they had never had the idea, They had never had the perception. They had never been told that it was possible to build something and travel across the water on it. And so sometimes I think about these natives and I put myself in their place. And I use this analogy for my life and with the world, because what we know is there's something you can Google called plonks, and they're energy packets, and they contain the universal codes. They contain the all. And while we can't see these plonks unless we're looking under a very specific type of microscope, they exist. They're existing everywhere. They're existing on this screen with me. They're existing, throughout the cosmos. They are here. We can scientifically prove this now. So it makes me think a lot of, these natives again, and Columbus pointing back and these are the ships. These are what we rode in on. And it wasn't until he was able to show them the trees and show them we use the lumber and we shave it down and we build it and we put it together, and then it floats on top of the water when we have a certain amount of mass and certain size. And so it was a while later that all of a sudden, once these natives were able to conceive what he was saying, that the ships magically appeared. They were able to see them. They were able to actually physically see these ships. And this is why what you desire is consistently unimaginable and consistently unattainable, because you haven't done it yet. You're not expected to be able to see your ship yet, but you need someone in between to explain to you, this is how it works. You use the lumbar, you shave it down, you bring them together, the pieces together, and it needs to be a certain mass and weight and size. This is what I do. I point to those things for you. I show you the things that have always been there, that you possess within you, that you have the resource for. You are the source. Your resources are available to you, and I point to them and I show you how to utilize them. I literally show you the ship that has been right before your eyes the whole time. And this is why my clients get massive life-changing, decades worth of perception change in one session with me. So imagine going 10 weeks in a series with me, where I can teach you all of the science behind this, but also even more so the energy, the synchronicity, but also the spirituality behind it. So if you have been holding out and waiting until the last moment is now. I have actually, in less than an hour, I have an onboarding session for those coming into Mastering the Brain Game. So if it's something you can be there live for, you could send me a quick PM and I will give you the Zoom link. And if it's something that you're hearing this recording a little bit later, you can let me know and I can send you the recording. But we officially start on May 3rd. That's next Tuesday. That's less than 5 days away. So literally handing you the ability to get really clear, to drop the overwhelm. If you're someone who is so ready to drop the overwhelm, so ready to drop the anxiety and the frustration and the confusion instantly, and trade for clarity, for feeling on purpose, for knowing your path, for knowing exactly who you are, what you desire, and why you desire it will get you the how-tos. And I teach you the how-tos. So if this is calling to you, I'm going to drop the link down below. You can also just send me a PM, super simple. The cost is $1,500 for life. Every single time I teach this course, you will be able to join in and uncover and awaken even more to yourself. So yeah, if you're someone that's looking for clarity, it's looking to increase excitement about your life, then this is for you. So, all right. If you want to see the ships, if you want to see the stuff that's been there already before, that's how I want to say it. Have an amazing day, everyone.